Well, let the Peyton Manning sweepstakes begin. A few hours after his career with the Indianapolis Colts ended yesterday, the star quarterback arrived in Florida, where he also has a home. The Miami Dolphins are one of several teams hoping to sign Manning. In an emotional news conference, Manning said he leaves Indianapolis with nothing but good thoughts.
I haven't thought yet about where I'll play, but I have thought a lot about where I've been. And I've truly been blessed. I've been blessed to play here. I've been blessed to be in the NFL. And as I go with just a few words left to say, a few words I want to address to Colts fans everywhere. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I truly have enjoyed being your quarterback.
With us now, Peter King, senior writer for Sports Illustrated, and CBS Sports NFL analyst Bill Cowher, former coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
So did it almost make you tear up when you saw Peyton Manning almost tearing up?
It was an emotional thing to watch, Charlie, because that guy is such a control freak that he doesn't tear up. Yeah. You know, he just gets the job done, and that's why it stunned me. It was a very emotional day.
What do we know about his injury and how physical he is, impaired in terms of the kind of greatness he's shown us on the field?
Well, Charlie, I think the fact is he knows his strength is back right now. He's talked about his throwing in his workouts, and I think on all indications are that the strength is back. But I think until he takes a hit, until he gets in there in the middle of a game, we really aren't going to know what the long-term ramifications are of these 4 surgeries. So I think there's a lot of questions still out there about that. But right now, his health is very good.
Sitting next to me is a football fan.
married to a Colts fan who's having a rough morning today. How does that weigh into, though, this unknown in terms of what happens when Peyton takes that first hit? How does that weigh into any team's decision to pick him up?
Well, I think any team that signs him or really looks into him is not only going to have their regular team doctor, but they're going to have an orthopedist and several of their medical staff really look into him, because there's no way you can sign him without knowing the physical condition of his neck for the next few years.
Especially knowing what you will have to pay for Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but that contract can be structured intelligently so that if he doesn't play more than, say, a year, that it's not going to ruin your franchise for the next few years.
What 3 places do you think he is most likely to go to?
Well, there's 3 places. The 2 places that I look at, I would say 2. I say in the AFC, it's Miami. I think you look at Miami because of the weather, because of the conditions. Let's understand, now, he's been in a dome his entire career of 14 years. Very good conditions to throw in. And if there's any question at all about his throwing, why not go to another ideal situation? Miami, I would say, in the AFC, and then Arizona, I think, in the NFC. It's in a dome. Arizona's got an offense that also has catered to a veteran quarterback in Kurt Warner.
And what should be factored into his decision? If you were him, how would you look at it?
If I'm Peyton Manning, I'm looking at a place that's going to win. Right. You know, I don't think money is going to be a factor for him. He's played a long time in this thing. A place where he has a chance to win and win a championship and fit into
the New York Jets.
Charlie, you live in New York. Come on.
And he roots for the Giants.
What's wrong with that? That's true.
Well, I mean,
why wasn't that be a perfect choice? He could come to New York. He'd play with his brother here. The 2 of them. It would be a great.
I think 2 reasons. I mean, to me, again, it's obviously, I think, speaking selfishly, CBS. I'd love to see him in New York, but I think his brother's in the same city, and I still think I think Mark Sanchez is a good young quarterback.
Of course he is, but he'd be even better with the several years under Peyton Manning.
Charlie, remember one thing about Miami: the owner Stephen Ross has been jilted the last 2 years
another New Yorker,
by coaches he has wanted, and he's failed to get either one. He has basically told the people in his organization, we got to go get Peyton Manning, even if it means going out and getting one of his best friends, Reggie Wayne.
But in the end, it's not going to be money for Payton Manning, is it?
I think money is going to play some part, but it won't be the main part.
Or we're going to get in big trouble. Nice to have both of you with us at the table. Thank you.